The toughest thing about dating crazy people is that they can get you in trouble, lots and lots of trouble. Assault on a female, assault by strangulation. They can get you in trouble with domestic violence charges. Domestic violence charges, I'm just coming from that court, so it's at the top of my mind right now. Domestic violence court is where you're accused civilly of committing some type of domestic violence against someone you're in a domestic relationship with, boyfriend, girlfriend, spouse, whatever it might be, and they're trying to keep you away from them. Now that sounds like, well, maybe I want to stay away from that person. You do not want to have a domestic violence protective order entered against you. About every time I go into that courtroom, I have people who are not my clients, just people there unrepresented, which is a mistake, stand up and say, I'll let the order be entered. I'll consent to it. Well, guess what? You just put yourself under the thumb of that person who may not be mentally stable for at least a year. They can renew that order over and over and over again. So you show up somewhere, they can have you run out. In fact, they don't have to have you run out. You have to leave. Yes, that's the way that typically works. And if for any reason they decide that you are stalking them and maybe they are out of their minds, but guess who the police are going to come pick up for violating that domestic violence protective order? That's you, if you allowed one to be entered against you. Of course, if the person calls the police and says you assaulted them, goes down to the magistrate and files assault charges, you are asking for lots of trouble, lots of expenses, lots of costs. So what do you do when you realize that you're dating someone who is unstable and is likely to take out criminal charges against you for not doing anything? The best thing you can do is seek help from friends, from family, from legal counsel possibly, and get out of the situation. It is just one that is rife with trouble, and it is dangerous for you. It is scary for you. It can mean problems that just go on and on and on. And again, I have seen nightmare scenarios. So, first rule of thumb, when you note the person that you are dealing with is unstable, starts talking about maybe charging you with a crime, mentions how they've taken out domestic violence protective orders against former boyfriends or girlfriends, those are all signals to you that you've got a real potential nightmare coming up. And from a criminal domestic violence view of an attorney who's handled these kinds of cases, I'm telling you, your ears should be perked up and you should start looking for every way possible to extricate yourself before you are the next victim of this person. If they take out criminal charges against you, guess who represents them for free? The prosecutor. You're the one hiring the attorney. You go into domestic violence court, they won't get a free attorney then in our state here in North Carolina, but they will have a lot going for them as the plaintiff. Now again, you sure have the right at any of these hearings to have your own lawyer, and I would very much counsel you to seriously consider that. At least talk to someone. And of course, my door's always open. My telephone's always on. All you have to do is call or text me. I'll be happy to advise and help you in any way I can. But please don't get yourself into this situation. You're literally playing with a hand grenade. God bless. All the best.